Yo, it's Generic Dark Lord here, and I'm just gonna give some of my thoughts and opinions on the last episode of Invincible. So I've really been enjoying this series as always, but I enjoy this season as well. And let's see. All right, so we start off after they literally lost the war. I still say they lost. They survived, but they lost. So we start to notice that Mark, after that last headbutt Thrag has given him, Mark is not really okay. He is already he's literally hallucinating this whole episode because of the PTSD he's been given. And the thing is, that's such an insane thing because Mark has been through so much trauma inducing stuff. Conquest twice, Angstrom, the there's literally his dad, there's literally been so many times he's I honestly thought he had PTSD after the first Flaxen thing. And it's crazy how everything else, I mean, I won't say it hasn't affected him, but the fact that the Thrag has given him PTSD is something. I don't know how to say it because he's gone through so much traumatic stuff and he's been able to bounce back not immediately, but he didn't have this same tear that he had onto him. So I'm likely to assume that it was just the fact that it was literally so he was so powerless in the situation. Because against Thrag, he literally got he got role swapped with Oliver because now, you thought Nolan was always the big bad. Nolan got reduced to being Mark in the fight, and then Mark got reduced to being Oliver in the fight, if you think about it. He it's literally turned into the conquest fight, but everybody has been swapped down a tier on their life. And that's one thing I think really helped hit him to this level because it was, you know, honestly, I didn't think because he just shook off so much stuff. I didn't think PTSD was gonna hit him so hard, but yeah, it did. Thrag did, and the real big part is they're trying to find the Viltrumites after they, because it was 2 weeks Mark took to recover. I'm guessing if I remember right. And honestly, 2 weeks is way too much time. So, but they should have known they probably wasn't going to destroy the Earth because they left Mark and Nolan alive. So I didn't think they would actually destroy the planet, but they think so. Maybe they think, oh, we'll just take away what they took away from us. But neither here nor there. But they couldn't find them, and that was the real big plot of trying to find them where they were when they went to Earth and they weren't there, or everything was okay. That was the real thing. So I guess because they weren't on ships, they just flew there. That's why Cecil wasn't able to detect them. Anybody else wasn't able to find them, I guess. But Cecil has proven that they can at least, I guess, after the fact, because they tracked them leaving the planet easily. But I guess it's too hard for them to track them coming in. I'll be fair and just say they were preoccupied. I'm guessing. So I'm gonna stick to most important things. So Mark finally got to see Eve and his mom, but Eve finally told him that she was pregnant. And unfortunately, she terminated the pregnancy because of all the stress of having, take care of a baby under these circumstances, on top of all the other stuff that she's going through. Understandable. But I think or it hasn't happened yet, but that baby is a Viltrumite. And also, it probably has Eve's powers for all I know. I don't think that'll be that easy to terminate, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I could just be saying nonsense, but I don't think the baby's actually dead. And I think it's just changed its form to survive the attempt on its life. So that's something I think is going to come up, but I could 100% be wrong. And what else is really important? Oh, um, there was another situation where Mark's been going around to see everybody, but he's with Cecil and he has a PTSD attack. And I didn't think after all their relationship blowing up and a little bit of it, I didn't think Mark had that much care or care for Cecil, but he does. He still looks to Cecil as a very um, important figure. He's a security blanket, and he does rely on Cecil way more than I thought he still did after their blow up. They are patching it up, or there's still a level of respect between them, and I didn't think they had that much of it, but I was colored wrong because he vividly was very disturbed at the possibility that Thrag had killed Cecil. But honestly, this one, like, you thought Thrag was going to sneak through here, and just blow him up, and you wouldn't be able to tell. So the fake out was just going on a bunch of times in the episode because subtlety is not their way. But yeah. So Mark's just going through it, and what else? What else? Oh, the Debbie and Nolan thing. I was always a person who was cool with them getting back together. I kind of don't see the story progressing for her or Nolan going anywhere if they're not together. It's just he's it just how it is in my opinion. They can't really Debbie will fall to the back ends of the plot or anything if she's not involved with Mark, Oliver, or Nolan. It's just I think it's kind of just basic storytelling in my opinion. But there's no way that they don't have some type of gravity towards each other. They just do. It's just how it's going to be. But Nolan, he kind of made a. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. It's no way to actually be perfect from what he's done, but he's tried, and him breaking down like understanding that she is a person that gives a what did he call it? I don't know. I'll just say second chances for the lack of better term, and it is hard because there's levels to the nonsense that he has done that is unforgivable on every level. And how are you supposed to equivocate the lives that he's taken to forgiveness? That's why forgiveness and atonement are not, they're always interchanged, but people mean them for different things. Because how are you supposed to atone? You just will atone. But forgiveness it's crazy how much forgiveness is to get than atonement. And atonement is easier to do than forgiveness. It's kind of crazy. But that's where he is at. And he's I don't know. That's just how Nolan's gonna do. So he's gonna atone for what he's done, even though once you do that, it's just really hard to do. What else happened? Oh, um, there was something that happened with William. I think Mark was having another PTSD attack, and William said something that I thought was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. He kind of just blew up his character for me in all respects because his boyfriend went through the same PTSD, and that was not. I think it was season two. I can't remember, but he went through something egregious, and he has PTSD, and it just seemed like such an odd thing for William not to be able to pick up that Mark was going through that as well. So it it really annoyed me for some reason. I'm not sure why, but yeah, and I'm kind of jumping all over the place. But another important thing was the final part with Thrag and Mark. And it was kind of the only way this can go down. I've seen some people be upset that Mark actually, gave into I mean, well, put up with the truths. But what other option did he have other than pure annihilation? And because he can't do anything, he has no leverage. It, I don't know. People think I don't know. I really don't know. There was just no way out. There was no other real answer than that. And a friend of mine had pointed out that, yeah, I said, good thing Mark did say yes to the truths because Thrag was going to because he had said something about like a less happier lifestyle for the people. Yeah, my friend said, yeah, Thrag was going to set up those breeding camps ASAP. And I didn't even think of it that way. I said, yeah, that's 100% what was going to happen. If after they farmed everybody out on Earth and they was going to pop up those breeding camps. So yeah, other than that, those are some of my thoughts. I can't think of much else more, but yeah, those are my big takeaways from. Oh wait, oh yeah, another thing. So Alan, so they just left a message for Alan to use the scourge virus to annihilate the rest of the Viltrumites, and Alan's 100% going to do it because Alan's kind of a fraud. That's what I'm saying from the war, and it's going to put him at odds with Mark and Thrag at this point. So that's where the story is going to go because they're going to try to. He's going to capitulate to the coalition. Yeah, I already can tell. He's already getting pressed by him. They got him. So he's going to do that. But also, was something else. Dang, I can't remember it, but if I do, I'll let you know. But yeah, those are the most important things I can think of for this episode, and I enjoyed the season as a whole. And thanks for stopping by if you did.